Ivan, a big day for DIY Detail and DIY Tuber.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
And this is the DIY Detail Podcast. Today we have the winner of the DIY Detail Tuber first edition. We had three, segment winners, and now this is the grand finale. And let's bring in the winner.
Boom.
What's up, guys?
There he is.
Will's Ride Care, congratulations. Will Lee has won the first edition of DIY Tuber.
Will, I just wanted to say congrats on winning the DIY Tuber Finals. Super proud of you, buddy. I know you've worked hard. You deserve this. And I know you've inspired me and many others in the community to do what we do. I really hope our paths continue to merge, and I think it's safe to say we're all excited to see what you do next.
First of all, congratulations, Will. Secondly, I'd like to thank everyone who participated, including the fans. Your channel grew through this, Will. Everyone's channel grew a little bit. The whole goal wasn't to grow your channels that big, but to provide more educational content on YouTube. And everyone, carried that flame and carried it well and did a spectacular job of it. You apparently did a slightly better job than the other ones. So, no, the voting was actually very close, which stands to, show the strength of everyone that was involved. So I think that was very good, but you won by 2 votes, just so you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 votes.
That sounds very tight.
Hey Will, congratulations on winning the DIY Tuber competition. Or should I say Taylor and Will? It's probably mostly Taylor, let's be honest. But congratulations anyway. If you remember way back when we started, I predicted you were going to be the winner, and you were. Again, congratulations. Your videos are amazing. Your channel is really blowing up. You deserve it. Hopefully one day we'll be able to detail together. I think that'd be really fun as well. But in the meantime, enjoy your win.
So
How does it feel, Will?
I mean, I'm excited because, all of us, we put in a lot of work and throughout this whole challenge. It's fun, but also quite a bit of work just to, with all the challenges you guys give us, going through all the different ideas. I think that really puts us in a good challenge in terms of content creators. So winning this definitely feels very rewarding.
Hey, Will, I just wanted to wish you congratulations on the DIY Tuber win. Great job. And look, I'm glad you won because it cost me a fair amount of money. I did have to kind of pay off the judges to pick you. So you don't have to thank me though. But in all seriousness, you deserved it. You worked really hard. You produced great content. Your channel has grown exponentially. And I wish you continued success on YouTube and in your personal and professional life, and hope we absolutely stay in touch. You're a great guy. Congratulations.
what video that we had you produce, what challenge was the most challenging for you?
The first time around, we did 12 different videos. This time we cut it down to, I think 6.
Yeah.
I think that what was the total we did. Honestly, I think the hardest was the freeform.
Okay.
So, just a little context. From the 6 different videos, 5 of them we had a topic, a prompt to stick to, but one of them was a freeform. So we get to decide whatever we want to put on there. And that honestly was the more challenging one for me, because for a couple of weeks I was so used to taking an idea and kind of twist it in some kind of way that I can think of, but that time I was left with nothing. So I was kind of scrambling and thinking of, what can I post this time? And that's gonna, be in some kind of same level as the other videos I posted those couple of weeks. So I definitely say freeform.
Okay. And which was your favorite?
5 bad habits I overcome. That was the idea.
Right.
Yeah. That one was very fun because I get to talk about things that I don't like, that I've grown to not like, and I get to rant basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was good. Yeah. And you did, it shows that you had fun making that video. So, and that video is actually performing well for you, if I remember correctly. So
I think so. I got to take that intro and make it into a short. I think that'll be a fun time.
from the other contestants, what was your favorite video that wasn't yours?
At least it's the most memorable one, and so I would pick that as my favorite one. is actually Dylan's. Dylan's detailing his video with his fiance. So I did a similar video like that before, but he really let his personality shine through, and also his fiance was awesome. The two of them, just them sometimes talking to each other, a little bit of bickering. That just kind of shows a lot of that relationship and makes the content a lot more enjoyable to watch. So just even though I wasn't really there for the detailing part of it, but I was there for their personalities, and that was really fun to watch and also inspiring too, because that's also something I want to improve as a content creator, to let the personality shine through, because that's really what connects people.
Yeah, definitely. Nick, you have any questions?
I want to know what advice you have to someone out there who wants to grow their channel, because you've done it.
See, that's tough because half the time I don't know what I'm doing. I post videos that I want to, and sometimes I title videos so bad. Ivan would send me a video, a tutorial video on how to title your videos. So from that aspect, Ivan helped a lot to help me improve as a content creator. But I think one advice is to take as many advices as possible, to not think that this is going to be the way I do it and that is just me. No one can change me. My way is the best way. I think having that open mind will help you tremendously, and not necessarily have an open mind so open that your brain falls out, but just enough that you at least absorb some knowledge and from people that have actually made it, and people have more experience than you. And there's a lot of resources on YouTube too. Ivan sent me a couple of them that you learn from how to title your videos, how to make your thumbnails. That's going to actually make it more engaging. So that's a big part of videos now, and that actually changed on my process. Is that whenever I thought of a video idea, I try to work on the thumbnail first. Think of what that thumbnail might look like, and then produce a video. Because a lot of times, I've had a couple of these videos already. I filmed the video. I'm like all excited about this idea. I thought it's gonna be so cool. But then when it comes to the thumbnail, I just kind of spend 30 minutes on it, and the video flops. So that can be quite discouraging. And I think having a thumbnail that kind of puts you at a more of that aim, so that drives you better, and you actually can get a little bit better of a result.
Do you like just making videos about what you like to make videos about? Because that's what I like to do when I'm making videos. I'm like, I want to do a video about something that I'm interested in as it relates to cleaning a car. And there's going to be someone out there who's interested in it too. There's like billions of people in this world. Like someone's going to dig it if I'm cleaning this wheel or this seat, and I don't have to worry about anything else. I know it's like more complicated than that, but I wonder how you have felt about making videos and which ones have actually done well related to that thought process. Like, do the ones that you like do well, or do you just do them because you want to do them?
I can't exactly say what performs better, but I do know that, at least for me, I just kind of make whatever I want. The biggest example for me and my channel is the turbo fans that I like to whip around. That original video of the 3 turbo fans that I featured actually is my best performing video on my detailing channel. Not exactly about detailing, it's a turbofan video, but it was just a gadget that I found that I saw a use for it for maybe a car enthusiast or someone who details cars, and I found a use for it and just kind of talked about it, and also discovered a product that was a little better than one that's very, very popular. So I think that intrigued some people, and like I said, that video is my best performing video. I checked today, it actually surpassed 100K, which is unheard of to me. I would never dream of something like that. So I would say, yeah, I just make whatever I want.
Okay, and of the videos you've made, the one that when you finish the edit, you're thinking, this is a slam dunk, this is going to be spectacular, everyone is going to watch this video, and no one watched it.
How to polish.
Okay.
And also, I can't forget this one. How to clean your exhaust pipes.
Okay. Well,
That one I
one,
did last time.
that one was funny, but you had a lot of double entendres in that one. So
That was a fun one. But yeah, I thought, everyone's going to start cleaning their pipes now, but
No.
it didn't pick up like I thought.
yeah, that was probably your best comedic one though. So if you haven't watched it, go to Will's Ride Care channel. The links will be down below, and look for his exhaust cleaning video, and you'll have a lot of fun. But good.
Ivan, what was your dream for DIY Tuber? It's been going on now for a while, and we had multiple rounds. Like, maybe give folks a sense of what this was and why they should care.
Yeah, the whole idea of DIY Tuber was, first of all, to help smaller channels grow, and that we achieved, and to bring light to people that, maybe they, like Will, when you started, you had what, maybe 1,000 subscribers?
No, when I started, this round or last round?
No, the first round, the first DIY Tuber round.
It was 300.
You had 300, and now you're at
6,000 somewhere.
Yeah, so that's a good progression in 1 year, because we started this a year ago. Actually, you were in the second round. So, but so 9 months ago. So in 9 months, you went from 300 to 6,000. That is a great progression. That was part of it. The other part was wanting more educational content on YouTube. There's a lot of product review content. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of channels doing educational content. And the whole thing, and Will can attest to this, we never pushed you to show any DIY detailed products in this. It's just we wanted educational content. And to that end, there were videos that you did and all the others that didn't feature a DIY detailed product in it. That wasn't the goal. The goal was really more educational content around techniques and methods and how to use the tools and how to use the products, as opposed to, oh wow, look, this new product just came out. So
Will, what's your favorite DIY detail product after all this time? Just one that you, whether the video's rolling or not, you just like to reach for.
The most used one is for sure rinse the swash, but I've talked about how it's my favorite already, but I would probably say, just not to repeat the same answer, I'd probably say the clay towel.
That's a good one actually. It's so versatile, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's versatile. The reason I picked it is because it actually pisses a lot of people off just using it, because people think that it scratches, and I get why they think it does. And when I first started, I thought it would scratch too, and it's through testing and actually trying it myself, and even doing it on a black hood, freshly polished, and I put it outside on my porch under some trees. There's a ton of trees here in North Carolina, and let it get contaminated and then test it on there. It didn't scratch after, and seeing that really kind of proved the point. But using it, there's just so many uses. First of all, is contamination. I find that in the contamination process, there's all these chemicals, iron remover, water spot remover, but what really does the majority of work, what I've noticed, is the clay towel itself, because it's actually mechanically plucking all those things out, and it can be iron particles, metal particles, or a lot of natural contaminants from trees and fallouts like that. And not only that, you can use it for bug on your bumpers in the summer, or I guess in the fall or spring, you get a ton of bugs. That also works great for removing bugs. So it's an underrated product. I think a lot of people are still moving to understand it and to know that it actually doesn't damage your car like traditional clay bars.
Yeah, especially for bugs on the front bumper. I mean, if you foam rinse foam, chemical rinse chemical, and you use the legacy sponge with your rinseless wash, you're gonna get most of those bugs. But if you don't have to bust out the iron remover to just use the proper lubrication with your quad fold towel and just shave whatever's remaining there on the front bumper and then on the windshield. Even for like maintenance washes, that's what I love it for. That's why I said versatile, is because like you could use it for a deep decon, or you could use it for a basic wash, a routine wash. And I have it in my towel at all times. It doesn't like sit on a shelf. It lives with the legacy sponge. I never roll it back up. So I feel you there for sure.
Yeah, it's in the bucket permanently.
Yeah.
Now, Will, you did a test on brushes, and that one I think raised a bit of a few eyebrows too, bit of controversy. You've seen the perfectly safe wash brush.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
That thing, it's really weird. First of all, I have not seen a brush that dense before, besides the kind of brush you use to make shaving creams with. So that was something really cool. It's like that kind of brush, but huge. And the one thing that stood out to me when I was at the training, I saw it. I haven't used it. Was that I think it was so dense, it soaked up water, and water was staying there for so long that it wouldn't dry. So it just kind of shows you how all the fibers that they're trapping that much water, almost like a microfiber. So that was really cool to see, and different than a lot of different brushes. And I think you said this, before, that it's basically like that green brush from DIY Detail, but in a different shape and form factor.
It's actually a softer bristle than the green brush and longer flagging. And to your point, yes, it does hold liquid for a long time. We used it in our recent filming session, not every day, and 2 days later it would still be wet in a dry shop. So it doesn't dry out overnight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that video raised a few eyebrows. Now, in the middle of DIY Tuber, you moved from New York State to North Carolina, and how was that? Trying to juggle the content creation and moving and all of that in the same time.
It took a little bit of planning ahead, especially how we moved. We didn't hire a mover, so we did it by ourselves. We got a U-Haul, towed our car, and packed a 15-footer to the brim. Yeah, I mean to the brim. I was climbing around in that U-Haul. But yeah, it was definitely an experience. But I do this often anyway. I've filmed videos and I actually stock up on videos and different footage, and I edit them. I recently just posted a video I filmed all the way back in the winter, a tire shine comparison video. It's kind of weird seeing snow in that video now in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
What do you edit on? What platform do you edit on, and what do you shoot with in the field, like recording cameras?
I use DaVinci Resolve. It's free, so for those of you who are tired of paying Adobe for Premiere, move to DaVinci Resolve. It's great. And to shoot with, actually, I think I have it here. I use this camera. I built up the rig a little bit. But,
oh wow!
It's a monitor, so I can see myself, so I can film by myself now.
Oh dang, the thing with the cover and everything.
Yeah, that's a really nice one. But the main camera is just this. It's a old Sony A 6300. It's that old.
Oh cool.
But yeah, it's great. But guys, I have to be honest. I'm starting to want to use other cameras that are easier to use, smaller. One thing that another DIY detail contestant, Ben in Beta, he was telling me about the action camera from DJI, the Action 5 Pro. So I got one and I started using it a little bit. So convenient, and the
iPhone works pretty good too. Just so you know.
Right. Mine's a little older. I'm thinking of upgrading this year. Mine's a 12. So, I think I probably use something more convenient, because using a big rig like that, it adds up to the production time.
Yeah, and people don't know this, but Taylor is your camera woman, just like Sylvie is our camera woman. So she's very much involved in your videos. How big of, you know, it's a really big help, obviously, but
Yeah.
would you have done this channel without her?
Definitely not. I mean, I had the idea and obviously the drive to start this, but really, what makes detailing fun for me is sometimes I enjoy doing it by myself, but more so when I do it with her, and it's just I know people would say, "Oh, your fiance would wash your car with you." Mine would never. But honestly, if the fact that she would do it with me, it makes it really fun and really awesome of her. But it's like a good bonding time. We like to we in general we just like to do things together, and detailing is just kind of like another chore that we do with each other. So that only makes it more fun, and that translates to making videos together. That she would help me film, mainly so I can be done, so I can spend time with her doing what she wants to do. But also she's awesome, always willing to help.
Good. Now, the move to North Carolina, how are you apprehending or looking forward to not having to deal with as much snow in the winter?
You know, I'm glad I don't have to deal with snow, but now I'm. This might be something even worse. Not as much of a nuisance, but that is trees. North Carolina has a ton of trees, so everywhere I park, especially in my apartment complex, I have to specifically find spots that I would not be parking under a tree. Because if I park under a tree and there's a lot of afternoon rainstorms, just one rainstorm, I get all this dirt and crap on my car from the tree, just dripping water down, and that I find really a lot of times clog up ceramic coatings, and those are things that actually stick to the paint if you don't clean it within a week or two, and it's really annoying because especially these afternoon storms right after the shower, it's direct sunlight.
Yeah.
So then that heat just kind of bakes all the contaminants into your paint. So that's annoying. But as long as I don't park on a tree, I enjoy the sun here. It's amazing.
Yeah. In January, you'll enjoy it even more when you remember upstate New York. So, but you're in Western New York. So,
Are you thinking about like doing this professionally, or are you just sticking to like, are you tempted?
See,
Or are you just enjoying the enthusiast ride?
right now, I think I'm gonna stick to just being an enthusiast and mainly focus on the perspective of someone who wants to take care of their cars.
That's great.
Mainly, I don't want to go into it professionally just because I do have my main job doing product design. So this is still a hobby to me, not really the main gig. On weekends, maybe working with some other people. If word of mouth gets spread, yeah, I go detail some people's cars and friends and families. But I can't really see a full operation yet. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Just enjoy it like this. You don't need to start
Yeah.
a business and do it
No.
professionally. Like I've been there, done that, and it's so much fun, but I never cracked the code like Ivan did in terms of efficiency. And so just if you're having fun now, just keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, I love detailing because it meets everybody where they're at. You know, you can take it as far as you want. You can have fun with it. You can make it more difficult than it needs to be. You can buy 17,000 products and always buy something new. And now you have the YouTube as an avenue to just showcase what you're up to. So yeah, sounds like you're plenty busy.
Yeah, and I've heard some people say that if you start doing your hobby as a profession, sometimes you grow to actually hate that hobby because of the business side of it. So I don't really wanted to turn to that.
I understand.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought the same thing, but like if you really love detailing, like that never goes away. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but like Ivan, what do you think? I mean, what we've done, we've turned something into work, and there are tough days and there are long days, but like I still love detailing. Like that never has gone away. Like I still love what I do. It's just, yeah, sometimes work is hard and there are stressful times, but I don't know. You've seen a lot of detailers out there, Ivan. You're on the garage audit tour. You talk to them every day. Like,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts
No,
on turning what you love into a business, and does that ruin it? Can it?
for some people, it does, very infrequently. For a lot of people, it just actually kindles the fire even more, in the sense that, they have fun. But Sylvie and I would, after having a rough day with an employee or something like that, we would sort of discuss, it's like, why don't we just shut this down, move into a one-car garage, and just do one car a day? And that actually is a very profitable model if you do it right. But it takes a lot of, for me, that would have been impossible because I'm always wanting to grow. I'm always, everything is a never-ending quest to get better. So doing that would have been a regression. So it might have taken some of the fun away. But still, Sylvie and I will just detail a friend or a family member's car when we're at our daughter's place just for the fun of it, because we really do enjoy detailing, and it's just fun. And for me, when the cameras are on is one thing. When the cameras are off, it's another thing. We have the music blaring, and it's a nice couples event. So, like Will was saying, he likes detailing with Taylor. Sylvie and I, we like detailing together as well. It's a fun date night sort of thing. We'll put it
And
that way.
actually, yeah, my son actually just asked me because he sees me editing these videos all the time. I asked him if he'd want to like wash a car with me, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to learn, like some of the things I see you doing." So he actually wanted to do it just as a one-on-one thing without my
Yeah.
daughter. I thought that was really cool. She didn't want that, and it turned into a thing, so it didn't happen. But I look forward to carving out time to like show him how to wash a car, and so that's, yeah, it can be a really beautiful thing in different seasons of your life too. Like I've watched my life change since I started in 2017, Ivan, and a lot of things happen, like I started a business and grew into a shop and then a bigger shop and then that closed and then DIY started, and still at the core of it, I've always loved cleaning cars. Equipment came and then it went, and then jobs changed and careers changed, and Will's just moving across the country, and Ivan's always, moving somewhere. But the constant is that we all love cleaning cars. So I don't know. It's a wild world we live in that we can all meet each other on the internet, over
Yeah.
detailing.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
Yeah.
And Will,
And
what is your favorite aspect of detailing? Interiors, exteriors, polishing, just washing? Some people really like doing wheels. So
not me.
not.
shout out to Christy. So yeah,
I don't want to do
Will's
wheels
I'm
until
on
I have
wheels.
until I have a LaCroix Cruiser, Ivan.
Yeah, I look forward to the day I sit on that thing. That thing looks real fun. Just kind of scooting around,
It doesn't actually
I
look
would-
that sexy. It just does everything you need it to do. And that's what makes it sexy, is it just meets you ergonomically where you need to be, makes being down there comfortable, da da da. So,
they're coming.
yeah,
They're coming.
they're coming.
Yeah, that would be cool. But I would say probably just exterior. Interior, I had a couple of chances detailing really dirty cars, like kid destroyed cars, and that was satisfying. I actually enjoy cleaning dirty interiors better than cleaner ones, because the cleaner ones are just so easy that I just use a rinseless rag, wipe everything down, and at most be more detail oriented and go into crevices and wipe things. But the dirty ones, that's really where you see a giant difference. I find that very rewarding, and making that transformation, especially those moms when they see their kid destroyed van and afterwards is completely brand new. They're like, I don't want to put my kids back in anymore, and it makes you feel really good that you're helping out someone who is swamped with having a kid, taking care of a kid. So that is probably the most rewarding. But exterior, it's just the easiest. I didn't pick polishing because it takes a while to polish a car, and at the end of it, I usually get a little too hot, or I just want it to be done. So simple and exterior clean. the decon towel makes a huge difference. I think that would probably be my favorite part of the exterior.
I will say that with exteriors, as having washed now 500 cars with Ivan and polished just as many probably, when you set your expectations for what are we really doing with polishing? Like, are we sanding this thing and compounding it with a heavy cut compound and then gonna like 2-stage refine it? When you kind of realize that like we want to gloss that paint up, we want to preserve the clear coat. It's gonna look awesome. The customer's gonna be so excited. They actually don't see these scratches. I know you've heard it and you don't believe it. If you're a detailer out there, trust me, they don't see it unless they mention it to you. In which case we can have that conversation. But once I just realized you don't have to overthink it, do your test spot and then just like work your way around the car. It does take a little bit of time, but it's far less stressful. I did one last week. It's far less stressful than it used to be, Will. So I don't know. There's something to be said for, practice does make it more efficient. Not always, but Ivan's methods, like, I don't know, Ivan. You get the pad washer, rinseless wash, dampen pad, one spray of the polish. You stop thinking and you just get into the zone.
Yep.
You know, you don't go for perfect paint. You just go for really glossy, shiny, awesome looking paint. And it's like, oh, this is fun again. You know, I mean, because I was up all night, dude. I would do all-nighters polishing paint. And I feel the same way as you. Was like, yeah, this takes too long. It's super stressful. I've transitioned in a way that I feel like serves customers, protects the paint, and accomplishes the goal. And it's like, oh, I want to polish all the time now. So, you know.
Yeah. I know having that discipline really makes a big difference. Otherwise, it's like a bottomless hole. You can go after something as small as just a tiny little dent, and no one's going to know the difference but you. You get that satisfaction, but also you spent an hour or two more than you should have. So it's just that kind of balance you got to strike.
Yeah. For Sylvie and I, the last 3 cars that Pan has owned, it's Sylvie and I that have detailed it and coated it for him when it's brand new. And one of the reasons for that is because he doesn't want to know the defects on the car. Because if he's sitting there with a polisher and a light really up close to the vehicle, he's going to find defects that he doesn't see when he's washing the car. So the last vehicle we did for him, Sylvie was polishing somewhere and she said, oh, look at this. And it's like, no, I don't want to see. I don't want to know. Don't even tell me what it is. And he still hasn't found what the defect is. And that's great because his car in his eyes is perfect to him. And even though he's a veteran detailer, has been doing this over 20 years, and he has done the wet sanding and the perfecting of the paint and all that, on his own car, he just doesn't want to see it. So when we know that our car has a defect, that's when we see it and it starts bugging us. But until you get that up close and personal relationship with the car, polishing it, you're never going to see 90% of the defects on a car. And to Nick's point, when a customer is looking at a car that they've had it detailed by a detailer, they don't see what we see. They didn't have the light at an oblique angle. They weren't there with the polisher going over and over and over the same spot. They're just observing the car from 3 feet away. And from 3 feet away in natural sunlight, it looks beautiful. So
yeah, watch what happens when you polish a 10-year-old car, one step it, make it really shiny, leave all the deep stuff there, and have them tell you, wow, it looks great. And I had to do that enough with Ivan to be like, wait, I don't have to like shave off all the clear coat to make it perfect, and they're still going to be happy. And I just saw it over and over again. So anyway, it's I'm lucky to have that because I went down the rabbit hole, Will, and now I'm just trying to not spend all-nighters polishing a car. Like,
Yeah.
I have better, the world needs me for other things. My kids need me to have energy and not pull an all-nighter on a stupid, I don't know. I get it. There's times to do certain things, like if you're doing a show car for SEMA or whatever, but the all-nighters, the 20-hour paint corrections, I don't know. I don't see the need.
Yeah.
No,
I know it's good to be able to recognize defects, but it becomes sort of a little problem if you start looking intentionally for defects, and it makes your life a little harder because, a little bit of ignorance is bliss.
yeah, definitely. An example is the car right behind Nick's head, that Ferrari. From 5 feet away, it looks spectacular, but get up close with the light, it's horrendous. But for the owner of that car, it is perfect. It has no defects on it. It's marvelous. It couldn't get better than it is.
Speaking of it couldn't get better than it is, should we just celebrate Will winning DIY Tuber and say, like, congratulations, Will? It's been
Yeah.
real.
100%.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, how do we cap this off, Ivan? At about 35 minutes. How do we end this? I don't want to leave anything out.
Well, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to Will's channel, the links are down below. Go check him out. He's a lot of fun, very educational, very laid back, as you've seen in this video. The other thing is, we'll be seeing a little more of Will at DIY. We have the grand prize, and we won't divulge what the grand prize is because he has a decision to make one way or the other what the grand prize will be. We gave him an option as to what the prize will be. So
A
with
tough
that
decision.
yeah, a very tough decision. So we'll see what that grand prize is, but you will see Will again on the DIY Detail channel and, of course, on his own channel. And one thing, the other DIY tubers, the links will all be down below to all their channels. There's been 13 of them, I think. They all deserve your attention. They all deserve a place in your heart. And look at them. Obviously, not every one of them is going to go, you're going to go, oh, I love this, this style, because everyone had a different style. And that's what was fun. Everyone's got a different approach. They all have a different style. They all have a different way of relating to the camera and relating to the people on the other side of the camera. That is very unique to them. And, we have, as an example, that in this last round, we have Bruce is the consummate professional in terms of camera work and editing and all of that. But some people really love Bruce, and some people find him, unfortunately, boring because Bruce is extremely methodical and laid out, and he explains everything exceptionally well. But for some people, it's like, carry on, come on, move. So we've had that remark, and then in this round we had Dylan, young gentleman, just starting out in life and just enjoying it, and he's actually a stay-at-home dad that details on the side. So his real profession is looking after his kids, and then his second profession is detailing. But he's very, very camera shy. So it's a lot of voiceovers and things like that. And then in this last round, we had Ben in beta. Ben, you've met him as well. Nick, he's just the consummate enthusiast.
Totally.
And detailing is not what he wants to do for a living, never will be probably.
Right.
But he enjoys sharing with other people. So, many times on his channel, you'll see him with friends. He's showing a friend how to detail his car. He's showing his wife how to detail, et cetera, et cetera. So he just likes to share. And well, actually everyone in the group likes to share. That is part of what I really liked about everyone in the DIY Tuber program was their ability to share and their willingness to share and to put themselves out there, because a lot of people think it's easy. Lighting up the camera and talking to a camera is not as easy as you think. Try it yourself, and before you criticize a YouTuber for maybe a little glitch in editing or something like that, think again. They put in a lot of work to do this. Nick and I do it a lot. Washing the car, Sylvie and I, takes 10, maybe 15 minutes maximum. Doing it on the camera takes half an hour. Everything is doubled. There's a lot of work when it comes to creating these videos. So reach out to all the DIY tubers, thank them, and the best way to thank them, by the way, we're having a sale at DIY as well. And this sale is YouTube wide. Free subscriptions. You can subscribe and it costs you absolutely nothing. So it's a free subscription. It's a limited time offer. So, go subscribe right now. Hit that notification bell while you're there. You might get a surprise. But that being said, subscribe to the channels, enjoy the content, and Will, congratulations.
Thank you guys.